Hello students, welcome to another video from time on your bank SSC CGL exams preparation. In today's session, we will be looking at the Quant syllabus of IBPS RRBPO, that is scale 1, and IBPS RRB office assistant. In the RRBPO scale 1 exam, the quant section is called as Quantitative Aptitude, and in the office assistant, clerk, or whatever you call it, you can also call it as clerk exam. The IBPS RRB clerk exam, the quant section is called as numerical ability. Okay, so let's get started with this short video, which will be helpful for your IBPS RRBPO and clerk exams. Let's start with IBPS RRB office assistant clerk. In the prelim exam, the number of questions are 40 marks, and the duration is 20 minutes. Less than 1 minute per question, half a minute per question. Speed, accuracy is of utmost importance. In mains, 40 questions, 50 marks, 30 minutes. Even though the time is more when compared to prelim, the difficulty level of the question in mains will be much higher when compared to the prelim exam. And again, even in mains, speed and accuracy both are of utmost importance. Okay, so this is about the timing and marks and the number of questions of the numerical ability section of IBPS RRB clerk in prelims as well as mains. Now, let us look at topic by topic, area by area. First, I will explain in detail by considering each of the test areas, like you can see on the board, DI, simplification, approximations, and next we will go to two other areas, and then after this again we will go to two other areas. So first, let us discuss area by area, and then once this discussion is over, I will share a snapshot of our discussion. All that we are going to discuss now, I will share a screen where you will have the summary of what all we have discussed. Okay, so now let's look at this. These two areas, let us discuss first. One of them is data interpretation, the other is simplifications and approximation. Data interpretation, prelims 10 questions, main 15 questions. So 10 out of 40, almost 25% of the section is DI. Mains 15 out of 40, almost 40% of the section is comprising of DI. Simplification and approximations, more important for prelim, about 12 to 15 questions, and of lesser importance in mains. But just keep one thing in mind. Just a minute. Okay. Just keep one thing in mind, that even though simplification and approximation, the weightage is high, this test area is this, the questions from this topic are very easy to crack, and we should not lose out even a single mark on questions from this area. All right. Now, let's go to data interpretation now. Spend a couple of seconds on data interpretation. Prelim, the weightage is 10 questions. Generally, in prelim exam, you have DI of a single diagram. By single diagram, I mean you may get a single pie chart, a single table, a single line graph, or a single bar graph. But when it comes to mains, the data interpretation sets are basically combination based. Now, what do you mean by this combination based? Combination based would mean combination of a bar or a pie and a pie, combination of line graph and a table. And in mains, we also get caselet based data interpretation, where the information will be given in the form of a comprehension. We need to comprehend the information, draw the diagram, and then solve the questions. So generally questions on caselets take time. They are time consuming. So you have to attempt at the end, and you have to take a decision whether really you have to attempt question on caselets or skip the question or DI chart on caselet. Remember, skipping a difficult question which you are not able to solve or which you don't know is also a strategy. Don't try and solve each and every problem in DI. Just see which questions you can solve within the set, and then easier ones first, and then after that you go on to the difficult one. And as far as caselet is concerned, it is better to do it at the end of the stipulated time of the section, or you can even leave skip this caselet completely. Now, when you look at these two areas, data interpretation and simplification, we have been discussing this for quite some time now. The prerequisites required for both these test areas, DI and simplifications, there are certain things which you should be perfect with. I'm not saying that you should know, I'm saying that you should be perfect, 100% perfect in some of the things which I'm going to list down. Just have a look. One is tables. You should be perfect with the tables up to 20. Then you have squares of numbers up to 30. Then you have cubes of numbers up to 12. Then you have powers of 2 and powers of 3, let us say up to 10 or up to 12. Then you go to reciprocals. The most important in data interpretation and simplification is reciprocals and their values in terms of percentages. Then simple percentage calculations. Simple percentage calculations. For simplifications and approximations, the most important thing is the board mass. And another one is complements of 100. So these are some of the prerequisites for these two areas. That is why I have explained both these two areas in a single slide, DI and simplifications and approximations. What all is required, prior knowledge is required. I have listed down here. You should be thorough and perfect in all these tables, squares, cubes, powers of 2, powers of 3, reciprocals, percentage calculation, board mass rule, and complements of 100. Yeah, there may be one or two other things, but while you keep practicing questions on simplifications, approximation, and DI, now for example in DI you should be good at averages also, because some of the questions you may get based on averages, some of the questions will be based on ratio. So simple fundamentals of maths, school level maths, is a must for doing well or scoring well in these areas: simplification, approximation, and data interpretation. Let's go to the next area, number series. Number series is important for both prelim as well as mains. In prelims, 5 to 6 questions, and in mains, about 4 to 5 questions. All right. Now, generally in prelims, yeah, 5 to 6 questions in prelims and 4 to 5 questions in mains. In prelims, generally missing number series is asked, and in mains sometimes missing and sometimes a wrong series may be asked. Quadratic comparison prelim, no questions have been asked, and in main it is about a 0 to 5 questions. Quadratic comparison is nothing but your solving of quadratic equations and then comparing the roots of the quadratic equation and arriving at a suitable option. Now, in this type of questions, quadratic comparisons, you need not find the roots. There are certain tricks, certain methods to solve problems on quadratic comparison. You can watch our videos on quadratic comparison, which we have uploaded on this particular Time for Bank SSC YouTube channel. And you will get to know that there are excellent techniques to solve questions on quadratic comparisons. In some of the cases, you can just look at the question and then arrive at the answer. There is no need for you to solve. In other questions where you have to find the roots, there is actually no need to find the roots. Without finding the roots, you can arrive at the understanding of the roots, the sign of the roots, and then arrive at the correct option for the question. Arithmetic, prelims 10 to 15, mains 10 to 15, almost equal weightage in both prelim and main. But the difficulty level of question in mains will be slightly higher when compared to the difficulty level of questions which are asked in prelim. When you look at arithmetic, some of the important topics I will list down in arithmetic that you have to focus on. One is ages, then you have percentages, you have profit loss, simple interest and compound interest, you have averages, then you have time and work, time, speed, distance. So these are just some of the topics which you need to work out the fundamental first and then go on to problem solving. You have linear equations again. So basically the topics which are in arithmetic, these are listed here. That will, questions from these topics will be asked in arithmetic. You need not focus too much on topics like indices, surds, progressions, etc. All that stuff is not required. These are some of the topics which you need to focus on while preparing for arithmetic. Data sufficiency and data comparison, absolutely not asked in prelim exam, but in mains up to 3 questions can be asked. Data sufficiency maximum 3 questions, data comparison maximum 5 questions. All right. Now this is the snapshot of what we have discussed till now. In one slide, you will have a clear idea of the number of questions which are asked from each of the test areas in numerical ability in the IBPS RRB office assistant exam. We have given the range of the last 3 years, the number of questions that have been asked. Data interpretation 10 to 13. Prelim exam is conducted in multiple slots. So in some slots 10 questions, some slots 12 questions. So the highest number of questions were 13, whereas in main it is about 15 to 16 questions. Couple of years back, the main exam was conducted in 2 slots. So we have given the range here. Series, you have 5 to 6 for prelim and 0 to 5 for main. Quadratic comparisons not asked in IBPS RRB clerk prelim, but it is asked in mains, that is about maximum 5 questions. Arithmetic, almost equal importance in both the exams, 10 to 12, 10 to 12, or minimum 6, maximum 12. Simplification approximations, very important for prelim, but not that important for main. Yes, you get questions sometimes, but prelim definitely you get about 12 to 15 questions from both these topics put together. Data sufficiency, data comparison, obviously you can see they are not being asked in the prelim exam, but they are asked in the main exams, 0 to 3 and 0 to 5. So this 0 to 3, 0 to 5, the range means if in some slots there are 0 question in series, there may be 3 questions from data sufficiency. In some slot, if the data sufficiency is less, you may get data comparison. So basically what I mean to say is that there is no chance that you should be skipping any topic in your preparation. Right, now let's go on to IBPS RRBPO scale 1. The marks, the number of questions, the duration is the same, except in mains where it is for 50 marks. Prelims 40 questions, 40 marks and 20 minutes. Main 40 questions, 50 marks. Each question carries 1.25 marks in main. IBPSPO scale 1 main 1.25 marks, and the time duration is 30 minutes. This is also similar to the prelim one, where except that there it was 40 marks for mains and here it is 50 marks. This is the snapshot of the IBPSPO scale 1 main exam. For the last 3 years, we have given the screen snapshot straight away. I will not be getting into the details on how to prepare, what to prepare, which I have already discussed earlier, as I've already explained that what is the requisite of data interpretation, what is prerequisite of simplifications. All that has been explained when I was explaining about the IBPS RRB office assistant topic wise distribution. So that thing will not be repeated again. We will just look at the topic wise split, the range on each of the last 3 years exams. Let us see. Series is 5. Quadratic comparison, yes, it is asked in prelim. Whereas in IBPS RRB clerk, it was not asked in prelim. IBPS RRB PO scale 1, it is asked in prelim exam, range 0 to 5. Some slots it may be asked, some slots it may not be asked. It's also important for mains. Individual quant questions is your arithmetic questions from ages, simple equations, percentage, profit loss, simple interest, time, work, time, speed, distance, all put together. The questions is about 10 to 14 here, 8 to 12 here, almost a similar kind of breakup. Simplification approximations 5 and 4. Data sufficiency, yes, required for both. Whereas data comparison, not asked in prelim, but it is asked in mains. So what we see from this is that the list of the topics is the same. The list of the topics for preparation does not change. You yourself can make a list of the topics, what is asked in these bank exams. List of the topics, data interpretation, series, quadratic comparison, arithmetic, simplification, data sufficiency, data comparison, and so on. You can first make a list of all the topics, 8 to 9 topics that are there. Then you understand which topic is asked in prelim and which topic is asked in main, and what is the weightage of each topic in prelim and what is the weightage of each topic in mains. First, get a clear idea about the analysis of past papers, and then you start your go ahead with your further preparation for these exams. Some points, some useful points. It will be very useful for students who are appearing for these exams. These are some of the general points. Just I'll run through quickly one after the other. Go through the analysis of previous year's papers, understanding the weightage and pattern. This is what we have done now. In this video, we have explained the analysis, the weightage of last 3 years of exam of IBPS, RRB, PO and clerk. Same thing you should be doing for SBI, IBPSPO, IBPS clerk, any exam that you write, whether it is SSC or CGL, CHSL, any exam that you're writing, the first and foremost step towards your preparation will be to go through the analysis of previous year paper, understand the weightage and the patterns. Higher weightage questions should be given more time for your preparation when compared to the questions which have lower weightage. Now, that does not mean that you leave away the questions completely which have lower weightage. Questions with lower weightage also should be studied, but give lesser time to them and give more time to the questions which are having higher weightage. More time, not in the exam, I mean, more time in your preparation. Okay. Manage time, speed, and accuracy carefully. Your speed, time, and accuracy can be managed when you have a proper plan, proper strategy in place. If there is no planning, if there is no strategy, none of these things you will be able to manage, and you will get frustrated while your preparation, and the same thing will be carried forward to your examination hall. There also you will be frustrated because you are not able to manage these things. If you want to manage these things, you need to have a proper plan and a proper strategy. Proper plan, I mean study plan. How I should go about planning my study hours every day. These study hours, this planning can be different for each student. Some students may study all the 3 test areas every day, or all the 4 test areas every day, or all the 2 test areas every day. Some students may study maths on Monday, reasoning on Tuesday, English on Wednesday, current affairs on one day. So it varies from student to student. Whichever plan suits you, please adopt that plan in your study plan. And strategy. Strategy would mean your preparation strategy as well as strategy in the examination hall. Practice questions daily for an edge over others. Very, very important. Don't give a gap. Consistency is very, very important. I'll just give you a simple example. If you have to lose weight and you go to the gym, do exercises for 1 week or 10 days or do dieting for 10 days, nothing will happen. It has to be a continuous and consistent effort for months and sometimes for years. So regular practice every day of the questions is required to get familiar with the questions. If you practice questions every day, your familiarity with the questions will improve. And the moment you see that kind of question in the examination hall, you will be able to answer it immediately and at a much faster rate and in a lesser time. Because you have seen that question somewhere and it is exactly the similar model. So regular practice every day makes you perfect. Track your performance to identify your weak areas. Now, if you're practicing every day and you're not analyzing your performance, that is again, which is something not good. You have to understand in which topics you are weak, in which topics you are strong, so that you can adjust your preparation time accordingly, start giving more time to a topic in which you are weak, and reduce the time to a particular topic in which you are already very, very strong. So analysis of performance is very important. Answer in the right sequence to maximize attempts. Now, since we are discussing the quant section, I'll tell you something about the quant section only. Now, we have seen what are the topics in the quant section. Data interpretation should be attempted in the last. Don't start your exam with the DI. Not even IBPS RRBPO. In fact, any exam, don't start with the DI. Bank exams especially, don't start with DI. Start with topic like simplifications, approximations, series, arithmetic questions, quadratic comparison, very easy questions. So first attempt questions from simplifications, approximations, number series, quadratic comparison, and then you go on to answer DI. And in the DI section also, there is one thing called caselet. This you should do it at the end if time permits. Even if you're not able to attempt it, not a problem, because this is time consuming. So this is what I mean by saying answer in the right sequence. Take ample topic-wise test, mock test to improve preparation and confidence. Now, we have generally seen that students shy away from the online test. They hesitate to take online test. The actual exam is in the online mode. And if you are shying away to take an online test or an online mock, then in the actual exam, you are going to bring down your performance because of the lack of non-practice of the online test. Okay, so take as many online tests, whether it is topic-wise or mock test possible. If you have 6 months, 9 months for your exam preparation, start with topic-wise test and then go to mock test. But if you are just 1 month, 2 months before the exam and you have already taken few topic-wise tests, you can switch over to mocks and increase the frequency of the mock test rather than the topic-wise test. So if you have a lot of time for preparation, topic-wise test first, followed by mock test. If the preparation time is less, complete the topic-wise test as fast as possible and switch over to the mocks, because जो strategy है वो topic-wise test में नहीं बनती है. जो एग्जाम स्ट्रैटेजी है वो बनती है मॉक टेस्ट में. तो जितने मॉक टेस्ट लगा सकते हो एग्जाम के पहले उतने मॉक टेस्ट लगाना. So that's all, students, in this video. Hope this session was useful, and please do share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel Time for Bank and SSCCGLE. So if you want to join a classroom coaching, please contact your nearest time center in the city. We also offer online live and online recorded courses. This link, directly when you just type this link, you can go to our website where you can enroll for the online course. Okay, this link is also given in the description box. You can click that link and join for the course. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video and all the best for all the upcoming exams. Good luck.